need to keep the navigation and instruction simple. The course should be designed to let students spend their time on doing the work instead of spending their time trying to find out what to do or where to find the information. The more complex an assignment is, the more clearly I need to articulate the instructions.
One thing I've found is I can be just as engaging or funny or creative in my recordings as I can in a face-to-face class. The trick is, for me, to get over feeling stilted or that sort of uncomfortable feeling of talking to an empty room or to a computer screen or to a camera, which can be very disconcerting. The downside to the asynchronous instruction is, of course, not receiving any kind of immediate feedback like you do in a classroom. Often you get responses from students, you get questions from students, and that allows you to tailor your discussions or your lecture depending on what their interests are. So I think sometimes you really lose those teachable moments in a canned presentation. But on the other hand, if you keep the discussion board guidelines open enough, then students can take the different topics that they've heard in the lectures and just run with them and take those conversations wherever they want to.
Mix it up. Provide things to read, to listen to watch, and to do. Vary the activities within any given unit as much as possible to keep the student interested and to enhance their learning. Younger students in particular like visual activities like videos that relate to the topic. My instructional designer partner told me the human brain has great difficulty hearing words and reading words simultaneously because the same part of the brain is used for both. Our brains work more efficiently and therefore we learn things faster if we hear words and see images that reinforce those words. So I used nothing but images on some of the PowerPoint slides that accompanied my lectures. They took nearly 3 times as long to create, but I'm confident they do a better job of teaching the material. Give that a try, especially for particularly difficult content.
The biggest thing I've learned is that online courses have to be designed or redesigned from the ground up. What worked face-to-face will almost certainly not work online. I've had to rethink everything. The good news is that at that point you have a solid course that will stand the test of time with tweaking, of course. Another big thing is to have some sort of regular communications with the class. For example, just send an email at the beginning of the week with a brief explanation of what's going on that week and any other newsy thing you want to mention. That would be in addition, of course, to the more formal video introductions in the learning modules. That's a regular form of communication that lets students know you're there and engaged. Provide a video feedback for each assignment that features examples of student work and good student work and why those are exemplary. My students have really reacted favorably to this.